Chapter 847! Luffy and his big fat mama! Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Podcast. It's me, the best guy ever, back with Hypocrite.
It's a bomb, dude!
Yeah, it's a bomb.
It's a fucking
this
bomb!
chapter, that is, it's fucking 0 out of 10. Not good.
No, not the
right,
chapter.
so it's chapter 847, and yes, it was excellent. It was one of those very setup
ramping up
chapters.
It's a ramping up of the setting up, and it's really cool, and it's my favorites. Well, I mean, the last one was also amazing. I'm just really pumped.
Yeah, things are looking really good. We're seeing setup for things that are going to pay off, and we can speculate on how that's going to work out. And the first one is the one I have the least certainty about. So this chapter just starts with Chopper and Rabbit captured by Brule. Oh yes, Bropper. They're captured in Mirror World, and okay, I get it. Chopper is going to save Carrot. That'll be fine. But what is this leading to? Where are we going with this whole?
Yeah,
Chopper
I don't
and,
know yet, but I think,
thing.
I mean, unless maybe there's a mirror in the room and they're gonna smash through it by accident, I don't know.
I mean, someone's gonna need to save Luffy and Nami, unless they can break out, but they'll probably need to be saved.
Break out. I think whoever uses that power to pin things into books has to be defeated, or something. But
yeah, probably.
I feel like, the thing with Brook happening, the thing with Chopper happening, that's going to collide somehow. And there's going to be a big hubbub while Big Mom's talking with the doing stuff. Actually, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to, I mean, there's lots of things happening. I guess we could just walk through it for now.
I feel pretty confident that it will all mean something eventually. I just have no idea exactly what. But that's
we haven't seen them since they were just running around, and they've obviously had a fight, been captured. Chopper he's got a plan to escape. He's gonna turn small and then turn big with his thing, because it's been, he says 6 hours since he used the rumble ball
Monster
or whatever
points.
it is.
Yeah.
So he can use it again, and this is his chance to escape or punch somebody.
I like all of Brulee's friends in their weird, Wonderland world in there. Did you notice that, the cauldron that she's stirring shit in, is alive, and it just looks like a bird face or something? He's adorable.
Yeah,
he loves cooking people.
Yeah, it likes being all hot and on fire.
Yeah, it's what it was born to do.
I like the crocodile, too. He's, really naive.
Yeah, he's funny. I don't know, I'm a little confused if these people, okay, so we saw that, the rabbit guy, he's real, Brule is real, but, there's, a dude there who looks like he's got, a stovetop head, or,
That's
a
probably just
stovepipe head.
A homie.
I
there's
guess,
a tree there and
he's
a cake
got,
there.
a long arm. He's got, the extra arm joint of, the long arm tribe, but he's got these, wheels on his side, and there's homies there, and there's the crocodile. I'm just wondering, are these people real people, or are they, Mirror World people that don't really exist?
I think
I don't know.
It's probably a mixture. What she said something about you're going to join Mama's collection of strange beasts.
Right, to Chopper.
So I was thinking at the time, that means the crocodile and the rabbit, they're strange beasts. They're, not quite animals, not quite devil fruit people or minks or whatever.
Maybe.
They're just weird
but I mean,
things.
she's not interested in Carrot because she's just a run-of-the-mill mink, I would assume.
Yeah.
Whereas Chopper is, a freak reindeer man. But, I mean, based on what we see in the next scene with Big Mom, I would assume that will be the fate of one who gets added to this collection. But, okay, so that's enough about this. Let's move on to the next part.
Yeah, so there's Big Mom showing the Vinsmoke guys around, showing off with her book that holds living things with a nail.
And let me say, first of all, that I already like Big Mom and her respect for books. She's just a whole new world. She really likes books. She's not like Luffy or Zoro, who, think reading is dumb. She's reading is fun, and everyone should do it. She's a real educator.
She's sort of
I like it.
That sort of like a nice lady, but with, an evil twist to everything she does. She loves books, but she puts live people in there against their will. And looks at them and says, "Haha, look at that guy. He's weird."
Yeah,
but at heart, she just likes things,
That's definitely true, and I really think this is all going to work out in the end, where we're going to be friends with her in some way or another. I think that's how it's going to play out.
I feel like something like the Vinsmoke
and the whole crew, like
judge.
Nobody has been evil so far. None of the Big Mom pirates have done anything like evil at all.
Yeah, the Vinsmoke guys are definitely like reprehensible asshole guys, and
Oh yeah,
I think especially since Judge offends Big Mom in some way, and he has like this sense of like having a secret plan to overthrow her or do something nasty with it, because he's got all this technology and this stuff, and he's got his whole kingdom right under her nose, on the pretense of an alliance. But I feel like if he springs a trap or if he tries to get something, then it's going to be, Luffy and Big Mom versus Vinsmoke to get Sandy
I agree. And plus, like, Big Mom is not shy about being like, yeah, like, I'm forcing my daughter to marry your son. I'm forcing this to happen because I want the power to take over the world. Like, she is not shy about these things the way Judge, his little cunt, is just like, I'm going to pull some sneaky shit. Yeah, what a gay butt. But anyway, this book of monsters is pretty cool. We're finally seeing the cool things that the book guy can do. I really like it when we kind of see the consequences of someone's devil fruit when they're, like, not even around. Like, the fact that, like, the whole ecosystem of a Totland is based on Big Mom's power is awesome. And the fact that they've just got this library full of monsters that were put there by Mont d'Or's, book devil fruit power, so cool. So such world building. Such real, tangible things happening with these characters in the world. It feels great. It's awesome.
Now, in that one panel where Big Mom gets really offended at Judge talking about giants, look at that skull. That's a very subtle, like, excuse me?
I didn't even notice the skull's face.
The skull is always the best character.
He is great.
But I'm wondering about the giant thing. Is this implying that Judge knows something about Big Mom being a giant or half giant or something?
Yeah, so just to be clear, Judge kind of says this thing about, like, hey, so, Big Mom, I noticed that, like, I've seen every kind of race and friend here, and Big Mom's like, yep, I love everyone, I'm a big SJW cuck. And Judge is like, okay, but I the one thing I haven't seen is giants. And Big Mom is just like, what the fuck did you just say to me, nigga? So
I think
obviously there's some shit going on.
Big Mom
with giants.
just she's racist against giants because she is one, or is
she ain't
half
a giant.
of one, or maybe she didn't like her giant dad or something.
I
feel like there's
possible.
some history regarding giants in her because she's a big person.
She is a very big person. You know what I liked? I liked that he made a distinction specifically to say that, like, oversized humans I've seen plenty of around here, but I haven't seen any giants. I like that he's addressed the weird thing in One Piece about how some humans are just fucking huge, despite not being giants. But anyway, more importantly, I feel like this is a setup for... I mean, okay, it's obviously a setup. This is going to pay off in some way. This is, like, clearly a moment that's being spent to, like, focus on Big Mom's relationship with giants. I think it's gonna... I mean, if we have... at this point in One Piece, I have to wonder about, like, okay, how much time do we have left, and how many islands are we going to be able to visit before One Piece ends? Because this feels like a setup to Elbaf in some way. That, like, we would go on Elbaf, and, like, some shit would go down with, like, Usopp's got his history with the giants being their best friend, and, like, Dari and Brogy, the giant buddies, and the ones they met in Ennie's lobby. All those things I would think would pay off in an Elbaf arc, including this one with Big Mom. But I'm just wondering if there's time to spend. Like, we're going to Wano, we're going to a lot of places.
I don't know, because, like, there's the new world is the same length probably as the old world, the normal. But they did go to
it's
a
the
lot
same
of
geographical distance, yes.
But they could be a lot of special different islands, and they could even go to places in Northwest, Southeast Blue at some point.
That's true, but I'm thinking about, like, things like Dressrosa, how, like, bloated that arc was, and I don't think that the others are going to be as...
The amount of time left in the story to keep it feeling fresh.
It's just that Oda has said, like, he's got 7 years left or whatever, and, like, Dressrosa took, like, 2 years or something. So, like, if that's the case, I'm just wondering how the math will check out.
Did he say 7 years left until I die?
He could die after One Piece, and he would be more successful.
He would die drawing the last line of the last panel.
Gum, fuck, as he fucks Nami finally. Okay, well, anyway, so that's something to think about for people like me who obsessively think about One Piece and
I think,
how the time's going to work.
I mean,
out.
after 1.0, there's probably going to be an Elbaf arc, but what else could there be aside from then the Poneglyph, the end, the Raftel arc? Or...
Well, here's what we know is going to happen. So this arc's going to end. They're going to go to Wano probably immediately. I can't see them doing anything besides that. Once that's done, they have to go somewhere to find the fourth road poneglyph. That has to be done in some way. From there, I imagine. Okay, yeah. I mean, if that was an Elbaf, then that'd be cool. So that's an open slot, which could be a place for that to be done. And then there's Raftel, and it's almost guaranteed there will be some sort of like end war arc. Where like shit goes down and big important things are happening. That's probably going to be like the final.
I feel like from this point, it's not going to like settle down at any point. Like Big Mom is going to be chasing Luffy and the Straw Hats if they're not friends. Kaido is going to be everybody's going to be chasing and fighting everybody all the time until the end. I don't think it's going to be like a part where everything's fine. I think it's just going to keep escalating.
I actually think there will be a period of calm before... Well, I mean, I say calm, but, like, I think they'll wrap this up in a relatively peaceful manner, this arc, but then, like, they're going straight to war with Kaido, like, right afterwards, so that's going to be a giant fucking thing.
It's a different sort of feeling, because, like, at the end of, like, something like the Alabasta arc, like, they beat Crocodile, they got Robin, and now they're just on an adventure, they're just going along, they're seeing what's going to happen, but now there's always something new that's going to, that's on the horizon. Something bad is going to happen. They got to
it kind of reminds. Yeah, sorry. It kind of reminds me of just the setup to Alabasta, where Vivi was in the crew and she was like tense as fuck because like there's a giant war about to happen in her country and they had to get there and stop Crocodile. It feels similar to me with that, with Momonosuke sort of being the Vivi when like being like, oh, my country is all fucked up. We need to go, save it from Kaido and all that shit. But okay, that's enough time spent speculating on the future. You can draw your own conclusions, folks. Yeah. So let's. And I just wanted to say that it was cool, all the different creatures that were mentioned in the book that Big Mom has and everything. Manticores, if you recall from Impel Down, I had to go look those up because I forgot. Griffins. Oh, and a hybrid, a disgusting, freakish monster, hybrid of the long arm and long leg tribe, the long limb human. Truly a monster, the likes of which the world has never seen before.
I really want to see him.
I was thinking, yeah, me too. A gangly motherfucker. I want to see him real bad.
All right, anyway. The next scene is a similar sort of book, but is as a prison. And you turn the pages and you see...
Oh, wait. You skipped something that I thought was cool. Which is just at the end of this scene, as Big Mom is leaving the room where she was hanging out with the Germa and showing the library. By the way, I thought it was cool that she just liked hanging out with them and like showing them her book collection. Like, why is she doing that? She seems to really want to get on good terms.
This is their first time around, so she's like, look at all my cool stuff, showing them around.
Yeah, I suppose. But at the end, like one of her people comes in and is like nervous because he's around like the Germa 66. And clearly, this is a reference. She's like, "Don't worry, it's just fiction. Like, don't worry about it." Which is clearly a reference to the thing that was set up at the beginning of the arc with the Germa 66 and Sora, Warrior of the Sea, that like Navy propaganda comic strip or whatever that's in the newspapers. And I'm really excited to see the payoff to like that inclusion. To, like, what is going to be what narrative climax will there be about that?
Maybe the ending of the Vinsmoke family, if they get beat, will be like put into a comic form, and then somebody will read it. Like, whoa!
What if Bookman used his powers to turn the whole family into a live-action comic book of Sora, Warrior of the Sea, where he beats up the bad guys here? Hey, maybe we'll see. That'll be cool. So yeah, Luffy and Nami.
We got them in a jail book, and. If you notice,
which by the way looks awesome. I love this whole concept of like being trapped in books.
You can see on the left there's a bit of like text, so you can see the name Monkey and Nami. It's like, oh, there's
really
like,
oh yeah. Well, I see M-O and N-A, so yeah, it looks like.
Well, in the panel above, you can see Nami very small.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. Oh, that's cool. I didn't even notice.
It documents them as well as showcases them, which is pretty.
It's
cool
a little bit like Rohan Kishibe's Heaven's Door stand from JoJo Part 4, which is a I mean, it opens you, it like opens your face, and then he can like read shit about you from like the notes on your body and like your weird book self. But no, whatever. Still pretty cool.
So yeah, then they get a call from Big Mom, and she's telling him stuff like, explaining what she already was gonna tell him, like, you ate all my candy. If you try to fuck with Sanji, you're gonna die.
Yes.
But it's okay because I got the treasure from Neptune, which is really valuable. And if you remember, way back, there was this one thing, she didn't know this, but there's a bomb in that thing.
And you're referring to the Tamatebako.
Yeah.
Which is a legendary treasure.
I think it was the captain of the Fisherman Guard, I forget his name, put it in there as a prank, bro. And
that was the Minister of the Right?
Yes.
I believe, right? Yeah.
He put it in there. I don't know whether he realized it was going to Big Mom until it was too late. I can't remember how it happened, but I remember
I
that
believe
there's a box.
they had... I think what happened was just that, like, they put it in there because it was empty after... the contents were stolen, I believe, and of course they were the pills that ended up in the hands of Hody Jones and the new Fisherman Pirates.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And they put a bomb just to, like, stop that shit from happening again, I guess. Not really a great plan, but that's what they did.
But the thing that she says, what does she say? It's the national treasure. She's going to open it in front of everyone at the tea party. Man, I'm so freaking excited. That is going to be quite the event. I am looking forward to what happens then, because not only is it going to be a big explosion and people are going to get hurt, and it's going to be a big ruckus, but now
it's going to be
the reason that she's letting Luffy off lightly is because she got that treasure, and when she finds out it was a bomb, he's dead, unless something happens.
Yep. So this is kind of the I feel like like they're setting it up now, the whole like I'm letting you off easy because I got like a lot of good things are happening, but what happens when they fucking blow the whole world up with that thing and the wedding gets canceled in whatever order that happens? She's going to be most displeased, and I'm interested to see her reaction.
I wonder if actually no, Brooke is doing that thing right now. But I was just imagining as if, like, she opened the box, the thing explodes, Brooke steals the poneglyph, and, everything goes wrong for her all at once, and he's like, oh, she's gonna go crazy.
I hope so. That sounds brutal. By the way, before we just get off of it entirely, I thought it was cool how Nami and Luffy are pinned to the wall, kind of like in an insect collection. How you put pins through, butterflies or whatever. You have a collection of them, and the live monsters in the book were being pinned in the same way, and they appear to be in no pain at all. So apparently, there's just like this painless pinning thing you can do, and pretty gruesome, but it's cool. It was very book themed. I like it.
Yeah. So there's a little bit after that with Lola. We get to realize that she was actually a brat, and, well, not a brat, but, like, the brat in the eyes of Big Mom.
Didn't you predict that? Was that something you predicted? I can't remember.
Something I guessed, because of the way they reacted.
Right.
But, yeah, she refused to marry somebody which would have made Big Mom really powerful or something. We don't know who that is. But
now, not only that's actually pretty fucking important, and to me it was the most interesting thing in the whole chapter because, so if you remember, Lola, was that weird pig zombie in Thriller Bark, and Nami became friends with her. Whatever, doesn't matter. But like the one thing about her character was that she was obsessed with marriage. She wanted to like marry everyone. Or maybe it was just Absalom, whatever. But she was like super in love with this whole marriage thing with her was like her big fucking thing for the character. And now in this arc, a marriage is like a huge giant deal. This is like really important right now. With Sanji's marriage, and Big Mom really wants to happen. It's really important to her. And now we're also learning that in Lola's past, like her fleeing a marriage that could have given Big Mom such important things was really important. It was like super plot relevant, and it's kind of like Oda is building from like the whole wedding theme of Lola, and like he's using this arc to kind of expand that. And I mean, I don't want to give him too much credit. I don't necessarily think he planned out everything that was going to happen with that, but it's cool to see her wedding, or her obsession with marriage, kind of getting this payoff where it has led to this kind of character development for Big Mom, where like, marriage is like a huge fucking deal and it's really important. And by the way, we know that it's so important and such an interesting thing, Lola's marriage, because Big Mom specifically says, like, if Lola had gone through, I hate Lola so much, because if she had gone through with this marriage, I would have been able to defeat Red Hair, Shanks, I would have been able to defeat Kaido, and long ago, I would have been able to defeat Whitebeard. So the fascinating thing to me is to just, I was racking my brain about who in the fuck could it have been that Lola was supposed to marry. Because if you think about it, my first thought was just like, oh, it must have been Kaido, because like he's like the strongest guy in the world. It must have been him. But then she specifically says, like, I would have been able to defeat him, so it can't have been Kaido. So like, what are the other options here? It's not Shanks, because she wants to beat him. It obviously wasn't Whitebeard either, because he's gay. And like, just what are the other options? It wasn't Blackbeard, because Blackbeard wasn't famous at that point, so it couldn't have been him. And the only person I could think of was Dragon, and that really seems unlikely. So like, who could have possibly given Big Mom such power? She clearly was basing her future on that. So who the fuck was it?
Yeah, it was so difficult to figure out. I don't think we have enough information to even speculate, so I didn't even try.
Right.
I wasn't even like trying to think of one, but what I was trying to think of was, like, if the whole thing with Lola and marriage, like, it seems like Lola likes marriage. So like, why would she run away from this? Why would she continue to talk about marriage after running away? And why would she think the mama still likes her? I feel like it was the other way around. Like, the suitor rejected Lola. She said, oh, she's ugly. But he lied to Big Mom and said, Lola ran away. And maybe he told, like, he lied to Lola to make her leave, or something happened. I feel like Lola's not the bad guy here. And if that gets sorted out, it might help go away to fixing things with Big Mom.
Quite possible. I personally think that she just fell in love with someone else.
Oh, you know,
in one of her flights of fancy.
It could be. It was supposed to marry fucking one of the what they call the guys in Joa. The holy,
World Noble.
World Noble. And the World Noble, because they're the sort of person who would lie, you know.
Sure.
And they said, "Oh, she's too ugly." I don't know how.
Though, I mean, are they? I don't know
happened.
if they would really feel the need to make excuses to Big Mom because they're so arrogant, you know.
Yeah, it's weird, but
we'll see. We'll see eventually.
It's a weird idea, but I can't think of who else it could be. I guess it might have been.
I think that it's going to be something new. I think we have no way of knowing right now, but I mean, I just did a deduction, and all the possible candidates for like super powerful people seemed like not good ones. But I like your one about like a world government important dude. Maybe it was like Kong, you know, like the chief executive of the world government or something. Who knows? But I think Lola bailed on it because she fell in love with someone else. I mean, yeah, I don't know who, but like I think that she had a momentary fixation loving someone, and then like Big Mom was like, hey, you got to get married to this, and she was like, oh fuck, and then she just bailed and just ran away, and it was I'm sure it wasn't that big a deal to Mom, so whatever, she'll take me back one day.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know, because
we don't know.
She never really gave any indication that her mother was somebody to be afraid of. She just said,
she did not imply that at all.
So like, I don't know.
I think we'll have to see. And who knows how long she's been gone? We don't know how long ago this was. So, I mean, that was 2 years ago, you know, at Thriller Bark, and it was some time before that. So, who the fuck knows?
And then Luffy, he says, "What a boring story, Mark." And
what a boring story, Mark. Yeah.
And he tells her to man up and woman up and fuck you, and you're a bitch, and I'm gonna be the king, and you're a loser, and I don't know what's happening after that. But then we get a Sanji being depressed, but more importantly, we get Brook enacting his live concert, his special musical power. He's gonna do something. It's gonna be cool. He's got a sparkle in his glasses. I really want to see.
For the first time in recorded history, Brook might actually do something important, and it would be great for him to be justified in being here and existing as a character. Please let that happen, and I'd like to know what Pedro's doing. We haven't like seen Pedro do anything. We just hear like, ooh, he's so sneaky. Like, ooh, he was a pirate captain. But like, what the fuck does he do? Does he just like swing a sword around and like explode things? What does he do? I don't know.
It's kind of weird that they wouldn't have him introduced during the before part of, like, he was introduced right at the end of all the mink stuff on Zoro.
Yeah.
I don't know why they would do that.
Yeah, because it feels like they're building him up to be important, but like I don't feel like he's important at all because he doesn't do anything. This is the time. Make him cool.
He'll scratch the curtains. He'll do something.
He'll be cat.
He'll ruin those wedding curtains, and then they'll be like, "Oh, we gotta get new curtains. We can't put on a wedding like this." And he'll have saved the day.
Well, you know what I want? Yeah, Baron Tamago is kicking it into high gear, going after Pedro, who's causing shit. And that's giving Brook an opportunity to be a real boy. I want to see Baron Tamago fight, because he's the coolest character in the whole series, and I want to see Brook fight. What if they had a gentleman duel between Baron Tamago and Brook?
Yeah,
how sick would that be? The two classiest dudes.
They both got long legs and hats.
Yes, they do.
Although Brook doesn't have his hat with him at the moment.
You know, I don't like that. I really miss... Brook was introduced as the gentleman skeleton, and he really has not done that in a long time. Like, it was always kind of a joke, because, like, he just farts and shit, like, all the time. He's not a gentleman, but he wears a top hat, and he looked really good, and I miss the classiness. Like, the whole Soul King thing is cool, but I want him to be classy. Wear a top hat. It was adorable, and I miss it.
Yeah, I would like to see some more of that.
Just mix it up. I guess I'll be happy if they just mix it up a lot. One more thing of interest in this chapter, though, as actually someone on Twitter just happened to know to send me this, but I had already planned on speaking of it. But this person, Zach Aldridge, or at Kit Catalamo, if you're reading, this was for you, buddy, because he sent me a message saying, like, check it out, Luffy is still missing the tooth. We're on, like, chapter 3 or whatever, since Luffy got his tooth knocked out, still missing. And I'm keeping a tally going. I believe this is chapter 3, since Luffy's lost that tooth. When's it coming back? Keep your eyes peeled, folks. It's going to happen.
I don't know whether...
Oda's a hack.
I didn't see it in the last chapter, though. I'll go back and look.
I'm quite certain that... I don't remember exactly, but he has been consistently missing the tooth the whole time, and that's very interesting.
It's vaguely missing in the beginning of chapter 846. So it's still missing, but it's sort of like not really missing.
So Luffy is clearly, he's missing a tooth. This is just something about the character now. This is 3 chapters. This wasn't like a one-off, one-panel gag of like, oh, I got so beat up, I'm missing all these teeth. No, he has lost a tooth, and I want him to get a motherfucking gold tooth now. That's what I want to happen. He'll transform more and more into a real pirate boy, and then lose a leg. He can lose a leg and get a peg leg. And get
how's he gonna do rubbery leg power?
It's a rubber leg. It'll be a rubber leg. And Zoro can eat the parrot fruit and sit on his shoulder as a parrot. Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want. I guess, Robin could do it. She's kind of bird-like. She can make, like, wings, feathers, She can do it.
She can't. She makes hands that look like feathers.
That's what I'm saying. And she'll wear, a sexy parrot costume. That'll be good.
She's a whole human.
Whatever. Whatever, shut up. All right.
So that's weird. A whole person sitting on his shoulder. It needs to be a small person.
It could be Chopper. Could wear a parrot outfit. I don't know. Whatever. All right. Anyway, anything else of substance to say about this chapter? Any other comments to make?
Nope. I think it's all pretty. We did it.
I agree. I'm looking forward to seeing what the fuck Brook's going to do. And I just have no idea where the carrot thing's going, and I do get where the whole Big Mom and Luffy thing's going, and I can't wait to see it literally blow up in her face.
Yes.
All right, we settle down. All right, so we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.
Goodbye.